Hi everybody. So today I will be doing a sketchbook tour of a sketchbook that I've recently completed. So I've penned it, meaning it's gone, it's done. It's very rare for me to finish up a sketchbook, so I'm pretty excited that I actually completed this. So this sketchbook is from Moleskine. It is their Watercolour Notebook. It was a door gift, or it's in our symposium pack for the Urban Sketcher Symposium in Singapore in 2015. So it's 2020 now, so it took me like 5 years. Actually, no, I started using this a bit later. Yeah. So I thought it was this was a very interesting, or it was a very nice gesture where they actually printed out the whole the symposium logo on the sketchbook, and they had included a sleeve. This was a painting done by Patrick, who is one of the core members in the Urban Sketcher Singapore team. So right, so let's look at this sketchbook. It's actually it's the same. It's what you find from Moleskine. Yeah, the only difference is the printing of the logo. The cover sort of peeled off after many years of using. So yeah, I'm not sure whether other, if people who are using the Moleskine sketchbook, if you have seen the same problem. But let's just open up and see what's inside. So I normally use my sketchbook for traveling purposes and also for small ad hoc urban sketching events. I mainly use loose sheets of paper for my more serious work. So yeah, in the inside of the sketchbook, you see that they actually printed the logo as well. So I actually started using this sketchbook in 2017. So that was the first time that I opened it up. I brought it to China. It was a trip that I took with my parents. My first time in China, we went to Chengdu and Jiuzhaigou. So those are very beautiful scenic areas in China. I sketched out things that actually were interesting to me from a day-to-day basis. I normally just do like a day, and then I had like little things that I thought are interesting. So on the first day, we had dinner, and then these are the things that I thought were quite fun. We went sort of a shopping, and we saw like braised rabbit heads, and I was like mortified. They're really like brownish head inside. I don't know how people can eat that kind of stuff. Then we went. The purpose of the whole trip was to actually go to Jiuzhaigou. So it was quite a long bus ride, and we went to a few of these places on our way to Jiuzhaigou. And the third day, we finally reached the beautiful place, and this is the entrance ticket. So in my travel sketchbook, I normally will include some ticket stubs if they can fit in. And I think they sort of allow me to also remember the place much better, remember my travel much better. And anyway, Jiuzhaigou is like a scenic area. So you have lakes, ponds, rapids, waterfalls, and they are all really pretty. I remember it as being very, very cold. I can share just some of these pictures that I took during our trip. Then we went to Honglong, one of the tallest mountain around that region. Then of course we visited more like religious places like the Leshan. So there was a big Buddha, which was carved out from the cliff. And also it's called Shan. It has one of those Chinese temple. And yeah. And this is a photograph that I was made to take. They made all of us like take a photograph, and that kind where they will take a photograph of you, and if you don't like it, you don't buy it, kind of thing. But if you don't buy it, they're gonna throw it away. So my dad bought this. We went back to Chengdu, and we visited the bears, the panda bears, and I had like my favorite mala hot pot over there. And then we spent the next 2 days in Chengdu and at the shopping street. Very interesting places. Next is a spread that I did for cafe sketches. So at that time, we went to this place called the Mindset Learning Hub Cafe. They were actually employing staff who were recovering from mental illnesses. I thought it was a very interesting initiative. And I think they made a Nets card, using my painting, which I thought was quite sweet of them. And I haven't used it, but yeah. Next is my trip. I think it was 2017 to Norway, and at that time I think I just scribble all the tools that I brought for the trip, and here I just test out my watercolor. Yeah. And this is I think the trip we spent the whole week in Norway, but I didn't have much time to sketch, except for this one and Ballstad, very beautiful place. Lofoten, this is in Lofoten, very beautiful place. I will just maybe put in some of the nice photographs over here of this beautiful fishing village. And also Rien is also considered the most beautiful town in Lofoten, village in Lofoten. More pictures over here. And then I think we jumped to 2018, where I did an Iceland trip with, again, like my mid-year summer trip. And here are the things that I brought. And the first day we spent on the plane, because it's really a very long flight, a long journey from Singapore to Iceland. And we had like some problems. I will link my video up there. We had a problem with our baggage, and they were late, and we had to wait. We had to spend the first day in Reykjavik without our luggage, without the things inside our luggage. And luckily it arrived. We managed to get it on the third day, when we departed for the Golden Circle, and that's the first hotel that we stay in Geysir. So I will link the series of video for these trips and below as well. So because there's not enough, we only have 5 cards, so I will link those below. Just follow the first link, it will link you to the next one, if you know what I mean. Next we went to Black Beach, which is this was the place that we stayed in, the hotel. It was like a self-service, like a chalet and it has a beautiful view of the grass and horses, sheep, and a black beach, which is at the far end. Then we went to near to Glacier Lagoon, when we went to watch the puffins at the Cape of the Ingolf Shoal D. I don't think it's pronounced like that, but yeah. The video is down below. And also we also went to Skafterfell. Skafterfell is one of the nature reserve, or for people to walk around. I had to do a sketch of the build of the car that we were using throughout the whole Iceland trip. It's Suzuki Jimmy, and was really practical, small but nice to drive, and it was really fun. I spent most of the time sitting over here. And then for the last day, we went back to Ray apartment in Reykjavik, and we had a good time just exploring the town, and we went to the museum. No, this is the church. So the rocket-shaped church, famous. You can go up there. Has nice view of whole Reykjavik. And then we went to this interesting museum. If you have time, you can go. It's quite fun, Okay, next we go back to we are back in Singapore, where we went back to the Mindset Learning Hub Cafe again. And this time, because there was the media came to interview us as part of one of their programs about Singapore. I link this here. Okay, next is the trip in 2018 to Taichung. It was the Asialink Sketchwalk. So these are the things that I brought. And first day we arrived in Taichung. I sketched this outside the hotel. Then we spent like the afternoon sketching at the train station, Taichung's train station. It's quite an old looking building, and I'm glad they conserved it. It's very beautiful. I think they even left the tracks and everything, but it's no longer in use. They actually had a new, they built a new Taichung station, but it was still there. So I think we had our event in that location. Pretty cool. And then as always for Asialinks, because there's so many of us, they had to like break us up into different groups, and we have to be split up to visit the areas. Otherwise, we will be just too many people to manage. So for Sketchwalk A, I went to the Taiwan Museum of Sun Cake. Sun cake is a very nice pastry. Has a sweet inside, it's sweet and sticky, and the outside is flaky. Very nice dessert pastry. And then Sketchwalk B, I went to this place called Green River. It's actually a canal, but they actually revamped it and they cleaned it up, and very nice place for people to walk around. Next to this Green River is this famous place where they sell ice cream. Then we went to the park, it's just a normal Taichung park, and got this postcard there. Reason why I got it is because it has got all these places that we went to, like the Taichung station, the Suncake Museum. We went to the secondary market as well, and I think some of these we went to this Shiya Kusho, and it really sums up what I did in Taichung. And I did mention the ice cream place. It's called the Miyahara ice cream place. Sells really nice ice creams. So I think I also have some videos. I will link the first one, and then the rest will be in the description. And the last day we were at the Holy Flower Expo. Skip to 2019, my trip to Korea with my parents. These are the things that I brought, and it was my first time and my parents' first time in Korea. We went to Seoul, so we went to the Bangchong Na Hanok village. Very nice place, full of cafes and interesting architecture. I would like to go there again. I really love that kind of like interesting walks, and you might find weird stuff at the corner, but it's fun. Then we went to this Lotte World. It was my parents' first time at a venture park, and they really enjoyed it. Then we went to a few other places en route to Busan. So to me, Busan, I was waiting for this day. I signed up for the package because I wanted to go to this Busan Gamcheong Culture Village. I could spend like a whole week or whole month exploring the place. It's like Santorini, where there are shops, there are cafes, there are interesting things to see, and I would go there again. Then the next spread is on Jeju. So we were in Jeju for like 2 days, and very nice place as well. Okay, skip back to Singapore. This is the I had a staycation in MBS, Marina Bay Sands. So we have to go to the infinity pool. I was sketching the people and the buildings from there, and this was sketched from my hotel room. I actually did a bigger piece. I think I have you've seen it's in the live painting that I did recently. It's pretty similar. I think the viewpoint is also quite similar. Then this is also on my bucket list, which is to eat at Wakyujin. So it's a 2-star Michelin restaurant. Food is so expensive, but it's so good, and I think I've been like sort of saving up for this for many years, and I finally managed to be willing to spend that money. So the best dish for me was the Bolton shrimp with the uni, and it's absolute. If you love uni, you will love this. All right. And it's very interesting because they had the chef prepared the food over here, and we were all sitting at a bar, and they just you see your food being cooked, and they serve you at the same time. So it was really interesting. Next we skip to Switzerland in 2019, which was last year. I did a trip. These are the things that I brought. It's my second time in Switzerland. I've been there many years ago, and then I thought it's a beautiful place, and I would want to go there again. At that time, I already had my GoPro, and I really took so many videos that I really don't know where to start, like compiling the video. So we spent like a day in Zurich. And then we spent like 3 days in Grindelwald. So Grindelwald is like a Swiss village in Oberland. It's like there was mountain village, and I really, really enjoy my time there. Although I remember it as being super hot because they were having a heat wave. It was crazy, but I still enjoy it. Yeah, I just let me know. Okay, actually I have a lot of videos, so if you would like to see any of these travel for videos or things like that related to Switzerland, just let me know in the comments down below that you want me to post it. Yeah. Okay, then we went to Lucerne. We went to Mount Pilatus and then Lucerne, and we stayed at this hotel called the Bergenstock. It's it's so luxurious. And I really love the spa. The reason why we went there was because of the spa and beautiful scene from there. Yeah, just let me know if you like to see videos related to this trip. Then of course the sunset that I did at Zurich. Yeah. Then the next Asialink Sketchwalk was in Hanoi 2019. So things that I brought for the trip. And I actually have the videos over here. First link to the first video. I didn't do much of the sketching on the sketchbook because most of it were on loose sheets of paper. But yeah, so this is just a very quick sketch of the cafe area. So you can find a lot of beautiful cafes in Hanoi. Please go visit. You will not regret. The coffee is good, food is nice, and so cheap. And the middle part is actually I signed up for a workshop, and it's on negative painting, and I had really good fun trying to paint the black parts of the sketch. And yeah, and then the opera house was where we had like our final sketch walk. Yeah, okay, back to Singapore. So this is one of the ad hoc sketching outings that I had with my sketcher friends. I'm not sure whether I have enough cards, but if the card is not here, you'll find the description box below. This was one of the I actually did a sketching video, like where to sketch in this in one of the YouTube videos. So this is at Changi Jewel, where there was the rain vortex and greenery and everything. Then this is another ad hoc sketching event in conjunction with the URA. So they were having like a Tanjong Pagar Days Out, and I was sketching at Orchid Hotel, and had a small argument with the security, but it's a small issue. Then from here, you could actually see this Truslink Park. Truslink Park used to be just road and some trees, and they transformed the place into a park where you have swings, you have places for people to sit down and to mingle. And yeah, I thought it was really meaningful and very well designed and planned out. And then for the next few spreads were my watercolor and acrylic sunset studies, where I did the cloud studies and everything. And yeah, we've reached the end of the sketchbook, and I'm very glad that I actually did document all my travels since 2017 in this sketchbook, because when I look back at this sketchbook, it will bring me a lot of memories, and I can remember my trips much better. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, I thank you and I appreciate you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.